Hey guys, this is episode 2, focusing on measurement. Measurement is your number one thing you need for general fabrication, for woodwork, for textiles, interior work, glass, I mean you name it. Anything that deals with a material in our world, this is your best friend. It's also important because it lets everybody else know on a project. It relays the information of how parts go together on a vehicle, how different trims go together on a building, and ends up getting the whole project done. So what I'm going to do is just go through your simple, basic tools for metalwork and fabrication, but really these work for about everything. The number one is tape measure. You can get these anywhere, literally anywhere. They go from normally 3 feet to 100 feet. And your number one thing is, if you guys are watching this in the US, knowing the indications on this versus metric, something we'll get into way later for certain vehicles, but we're using inch pretty much for everything that we're going to do this side of the world. So basically, people are going to talk about a 1/4 inch, they're going to talk about a 1/2 inch, they're going to talk about 1 inch, and you just need to know that an inch is divided up into 1/16 for what we're doing at this level. If you're getting into machinist and stuff like that, you know, you're going to use a caliper, and getting way into decimal points and stuff, we'll cover that later. This is just knowing the 16 lines is an inch. You're going to have a 1/16, an 1/8, 3/16, 1/4, 5/16, and so on. Why this is so important in steelwork is because when you're choosing your material, you're going to buy stuff, you need to know A, what you're using for material, and then B, the measurement for the project. And measurement is incredibly important in steelwork because there's no give in anything steel. You really can't make it fit. You can't jam things into place. It's going to win every time. The steel's going to win every time. So basically, what a lot of things we do in general fabrication is a frame, which is just a 4-sided frame with miters in it. They'll teach you this in high school. I remember doing these, and the key to doing a frame is you're going to cut 4 pieces that have 45-degree miters on them, and a miter refers to the degree of the cut where 2 pieces of material are coming together. Most common is 45-degree miters to make simple frames and boxes and cubes and anything that's square. You're going to deal with a 45-degree miter. There are ways that you can put a frame together without mitering, where you're doing a long and a short. Instead of coming together in a perfect corner, one's going to take precedence and go long, one's going to go short. You can get away with that if you're going to get rid of your welds completely and make things disappear. You can totally do that, but the 45-degree miter frame is something you're going to learn very early on in fabrication, and I'm 15 years in, and they're still never perfect. You're still trying to figure out the right ways to do them, and where you use it is like in doors and window stuff, endless. Trailers, vehicles, anything. So back on to the other thing is, how do you make a mark on steel? We normally use Sharpies or whatever brand Sharpie. You're going to throw them out a lot because the oils on the steel suck them up. A lot of guys use soapstone, the old school guys. Works fantastically. Works more durable than anything, but I've never been able to be real accurate with it. This is what works for me. Silver Sharpies are even better if you're on a real dark piece of steel. But this is your #1 friend in woodwork, steelwork,